Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to this new, now ever present, expanding moment, a moment where we meet each other inside and outside of time, where we meet each other first for the first time in the physical expression of one cosmic home, where we are coming live from Sweden, Canada, America, Germany, and South Africa. And as we all individually step into this moment, we are receiving each other in our cosmic expression simultaneously in our physical body, our galactic body, our universal body, and our one cosmic body. And as we move through in this moment and connect to each other, let's move to the center of our hearts, to the center within the hearts of all of creation, within the center of the heart of Gaia, and within the center of the heart of the cosmos. And as we do, let's move our awareness to the center of our heads, as this is the guidance that I received for our centering in this moment. In the center of our heads, and move our awareness to the front of our head, the back of our head, the one side of our head, the other side of our head, the top of our head, and the bottom of our head, as our awareness flows through our throat, in the center of our throat, moving our awareness to the front, the back, the one side, the other side, the top, and the bottom, as our awareness flows through into our hearts, to the front, to the back, to the one side, the other side, the top, and the bottom, as our awareness flows down to our abdomen, the front, the back, the one side, the other side, the top, and the back, into our root, to the front, to the back, one side, the other side, the top, and the bottom, down our legs, into our knees, to the front, the back, the one side, the other side, the top, and the back, into our feet, to the front, to the back, the one side, the other side, the top, and the back, and then up to our heart, to our shoulder, down both arms to our elbows, to the front, to the back, the one side, the other side, to the top and to the bottom, and into our hands, to the front, to the back, one side, the other side, the top and the bottom. And as you place your hands on your heart, feel the pulse, the beat, the center, the essence of your crystal heart opening even wider, ever so gracefully, ever so gently, as you connect into the center, into the crystal heart of Gaia, Sophia, and move your awareness to the front of the planetary body, the back, the one side, the other side, the North Pole, the South Pole. Become aware of your heart and the heart of Gaia Sophia as we move into our solar system, the Milky Way galaxy, all the universes, multiverses, and out into the heart of the cosmos. Creator, creatrix, creation as one cosmic body of being. Three hearts beating and pulsing as one TriniTised heart field. Ever so gently, you can open your eyes again. And I want to welcome you from this centered place into the one cosmic home. And it is important, as this is the very first transmission that we are engaged in together as a group, to create some context as to how this very moment came into being. I have, in September 2025, for the first time, connected with the guardians of Gaia. And during that connection, I was at a place in space on Gaia where during this last 2 weeks, a huge amount of transformation has occurred as the planetary body of Gaia and the cosmic womb of Gaia has come together and rewoven back into form. And it all started with that very first connection that I made to the land in a new way that happened during a call of Guardians of Gaia, where I've met with Leanne Edwards, who's the founder of Earthwall Global, which Guardians of Gaia is a part of. And from that moment forward, there was a sequence of events that has occurred that has not only allowed for me to experience what my awakening ascension felt like in my body and therefore have a grounded experience of all of that, but also what it meant to be in a group where others are connected to the very expression of Gaia, the very expression of the earth. And since that moment, I have had sessions with Leanne where in a reflection, an integration and a grounding has occurred, which has all led up to a moment during my birthday 2 weeks ago that I went to that place again where this huge integration has taken place and all the codes that was dormant within every cell of my being in the crystalline essence of my chromosomes, which I always was aware of, just came into full emanation as I felt how the whole architecture of my body and that of Gaia and that of the cosmos started weaving and breathing as one. And as I left that location, I just heard one cosmic home. And I just got goosebumps throughout my whole body as I expressed those words, because I didn't know in the moment what that meant. I just knew one cosmic home is to be created. And it is for those who have within them the awareness during this moment of our galactic ascension, with Gaia as the benevolent steward of this harmonic resonance that is not only pulsing out throughout the whole cosmos, but the awareness of everyone being that and experiencing that during this time. So, since the cosmos was created and the expression of creation being expressed simultaneously in all dimensional directions, giving expressions to all rays of light and giving expression to all tones of sound, each one of us were encoded with the original codes of creation: crystalline, pristine, majestic, innocent, and benevolent in nature. And the encoding thereof within the crystalline architecture of our bodies has gradually not only come into being or come into our individual awarenesses, but also so for the collective. So that as Gaia was reconnecting back to her original design for being created as the child of the cosmos, all of us had the opportunities to start connecting to that crystalline core and start aligning and harmonizing and resonating with all the different vibrational frequencies that she started to emit. And as this continuous emanation and harmonic resonance is starting to emanating out from the crystalline core of Gaia, all are starting to become aware of their crystalline nature, their divine nature, and their reason for being here on earth during this time. And everybody in their remembrance thereof is at different phases and stages of embodiment. And at some stage in the years to come, everybody will be in full remembrance of their original codings. But those that are called together during this time and specifically are becoming in resonance with the one cosmic home are those that are already connected to their original codes of creation. And therefore, the resonance to this place and space has started in time, because all of us are already connected through our one cosmic body and through all our universal bodies as a multiverse and all our galactic bodies through our presence and awareness thereof in this physical expression. And as we are starting to magnetize to each other, we all have come into this very moment on the 14th of February 2026. And the significance of the 14th of February is giving birth to the original story of love, and that is the creation of Gaia Sophia as the child of the cosmos, giving physical expression to all of us in our individual ways. And having said all of that, since I heard one cosmic home, which was 2 weeks ago. The very first thing I did is I contacted Leanne and I shared with her, this is what I heard. And she said, yes, of course, that is what you're going to do, because there is different bodies that's going to be birthed through the Earth Walk Global bigger community. And there goes my whole body in goosebumps again. So I know that this is the perfect divine orchestration in expansion happening in this moment. And then the second thing that has occurred already in the One Cosmic Home is that during this last 9 months, I've met two sovereign souls, Nina and Ward, and we've been on this path together, not knowing fully why we were together, but there we were. And recently I had a conversation with them, and they have grounded through their relationship and conceiving a child, grounded the crystalline cosmic family template, as well as sovereign partnership. And that conversation is the first one that came live on One Cosmic Home. And if I just say that, it is just beyond comprehension how that was even possible. But as we know, the source of all of creation has already had all of that designed in a way for all of us to start being witness to and experience for ourselves. And then after Nina and Ward, Sai and myself met, and that also just started flowing together, and we met and we started having a conversation around the place that exists before any color is expressed or any light ray is created. And Sai, if there's anything about that at some stage you would want to share, I would love for that to be so, to ground that through here. And then after that, Chanel and Christy and myself has met. And I only was included when the two of them went through an experience that initiated the grounding of the one cosmic rainbow body, and all in this perfect sequential unfolding of the perfection of us already meeting in different aspects of our, not only our earth walk, but our expansion, but now starting to bring it all together as we meet each other here in form. And then all those that is going to watch this recording that is already together with us outside of this initial expression, when they are ready in their moment inside of time, as all of us has already met outside of time in our TriniTised heart field. And that has all brought us to this moment, which is so awkward that we have to schedule a day in this time matrix. But the significance of that being on the 14th of February for me is just so beautiful. I know that it is giving birth to something that is beyond our comprehension, and also know that through this initiation of it coming into being, what for me is the most important of it all is that all of us, the one thing that we are aware of, that we all are aligned to, is our direct connection with the source of all sources of light, the source of all sources of love, and the source of all sources of life. And in that trinitized presence and essence that is flowing through the crystal heart of our individual hearts in connection with that cosmic heart and in connection with the crystalline cosmic essence and expression of Gaia in that TriniTised presence, and our self-sourced sovereignty in the full gnosis that we have of the original codes of creation within the architecture of our bodies. That is what magnetized us all together. And although I am speaking a lot, that will stop very shortly, because the intention of the creation of this is a reflection of what crystalline expression and creation looks like. And that is always in co-creation with others, with love, with care, with compassion, with integrity, in harmony, in alignment, and in coherence, and in full resonance, and in full honoring and gratitude for each one of us. That is a reflection of the codes within each other and the keys that we carry, so that through giving expression to that, not only igniting, activating, inspiring each other, but also having this fuller remembrance in every moment. And the remembrance of knowing ourselves as cosmic beings of light, that is here to ground the essence thereof as a gnosis for everybody. And as others start coming into the one cosmic home, firstly, and secondly, as the collective is starting to awaken and ascend, so that we can be the place of sustenance, nurturance, remembrance, and sovereign reflection of the very crystalline essence that we are connected to through our connection to the source of all of sources of love, light, and love. And having said all of that, if there's anything in any moment that wants to flow through you as a means of giving expression to the very keys and codes that's within you, so that we can be graced and activated and strengthened in our remembrances, we would love to hear from each other, and to remember to just unmute yourself so that we can fully receive through voice expression, because the one thing that I'm very clear upon is that the answer doesn't lies in specific smart or specific words that is being expressed, but it is the resonance of your voice and the tone thereof that is the very coding of the message of your being. And therefore every voice that is giving expression to in the words and the tones and the frequencies and the vibration that it carries, and then therefore is traveling through all fields of not only your physical being and all of our beings, but together as this collective field, emanating out not only through our collective physical body and this one cosmic body expression, but also out into the collective, through Gaia, through all galaxies, through all universes, into the one cosmic body. And therefore there's this, this eloquent dance that is occurring simultaneously through us individually and collectively as a whole. And therefore, if your voice expression and the codes and the vibrational frequencies that it carries is being shared, that is what is not only needed for the very next weaving that is occurring within this field, but also through the emanation of your presence. There's a lot of codes that's being emitted. Like with Christy, when Christy entered, I just felt this love that was holding all of us. And so each one in our reflection and emanation is allowing for the co-weaving that is taking place in every moment. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all the expressions that's going to flow through. Proceeding with grace. to remember to unmute yourself.
I have some background noise. I have 4 kids at home, so just apologies for the background noise. Ja, shaira ko asa ikt aish na ut it ai. Siena ko era kata isht it aya. Uera mai siera kiera ko tu narara tak ai it that ut usht or it ai. Golden crystalline frequencies, golden realm, frequencies of pure joy. Recoding of chromosomes. For those who wish to receive it. Sa nasht it ira et I sayat raising the capacity to hold more light eat and bliss consciousness our frequency is rainbow realms. She aya, she ia, ushi aya, ushi ia, ushi ia, ushi ia, na ushi ia, asa ia, ra na ia. Ushi aya na ia sai ishi, ushi na ishi ai ishi, ushana ia shana ushi ia aya na ushi ia. Sa shana utuna ushiana ushiana o ea sayana she ishiana coCreation codes nama ashi it ad et an adat et sce in divine coherence.
Thank you, Naya. Ooh, that is moving through. Full body resonance. Thank you. I love that joy codes. Feel that. Thank you. And I'm seeing all those children running on the different rainbow colors. And Christy, maybe, or Chanel, if you want to share those codes that was moving through, that we grounded through the cosmic rainbow body. Of course, I'm noticing all these children running on the a full body resonance with, not only are they running, they are running on the colors that has shifted into a different rainbow frequency.
I think I see Janine's hand up. Janine, do you want to go first? You've had your hand up for a little while. No. No? Okay. Um, yeah, it'd be my honor to share what transpired last weekend. There's been a lot moving moving through Africa and South Africa as the continent comes back online. And we did talk in depth about some of the context around what led to these events transpiring last weekend. So maybe I'll just give a little bit of context because I know that we've had a different conversation on that has been recorded. But essentially through Saret, Christy, and I coming together in the physical here in South Africa, and it was really only towards the end of last year. Through a series of events, there's been this reconnection of the womb of Gaia with the cosmic womb, and that anchoring back into the Earth's energetic architecture. And 2 weeks ago, with Saret going back to the place that she spoke about in the beginning, which is a place called Swellendam, and in doing so, reconnecting that aspect of Gaia's womb to Cape Point, which is what we now refer to as Womb Bay, which was the anchoring of the cosmic womb that was done at the end of last year on solstice. And while Saret was in Swellendam, after this cosmic womb re-anchoring was done at the end of last year, Christy and I were called to a location here in South Africa called Takai Forest. And with the beautiful unfolding of synchronistic events, we ended up being at this forest a week before this event occurred, and we were preparing the field for the codes that wished to land and anchor into not only Earth's energetic architecture, but actually within the physical plane itself. And so last weekend, we there were in this forest that we were at a week earlier, there was this incredible structure that appeared overnight. So nobody knows how it got there, and we do love a good mystery. And this structure that was visible clearly in this clearing in the forest was a grounding and anchoring of incredible codes that were able to land within Earth's physical plane because of all the weaving that was done through Gaia's womb and also the cosmic womb. And so as Christy and myself got there in the physical, Saret's presence came in as well. And so we ended up calling Saret, and the three of us, as we were standing in this incredible forest that is usually full of people, and there was nobody there, and we had the space to ourselves. And what grounded into the space and the transmission that came through originally was that this was the vibratory structure of our cosmic oneness, and this anchoring back into not only the energetic architecture, but within the physical gnosis for humanity, and humanity remembering their role as the living library of the cosmos. And coming back into remembrance of our cosmic oneness. And as that landed, and through Christy and my physical expression or physical presence, and Saret there being etherically, what transpired with these incredible, so the structure was basically the foundation of the structure were these 12 perfect concentric circles that had just appeared on the bed of this forest. And they moved in perfect kind of harmony into the center. And through this structure, we were able to ground the TriniTised expression of the moon and more specifically Theia, our sun, and also our earth, and really grounding that TriniTised expression into Earth's energetic architecture and moving that through into the Earth's crystal heart, and in doing so, connecting that to the crystal heart of the cosmos. And through the grounding of that, we were also able to ground the codes for our cosmic rainbow body, allowing for these codes to be accessible for us as humans as we remember who we are and can access the full architecture with which we were designed to embody. And it's been beautiful since the grounding of that occurred to see how rainbows have been extremely visible in our physical world, and also to see you talk about that now, Neo, bringing in the rainbow as well. It feels like a real grounding and interconnectedness of the codes that were grounded during that experience. Yeah. Mm. Mm. And in doing so, it was also the remembrance of the 12 colors of the rainbow. And that wishes to come through, and more specifically, their emanations of them being more pastel colors, and these pastel colors being the crystalline essence of our one rainbow cosmic body. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm.
Chanel, as I receive the very reflection that me, you, and Christy have done 2 days ago,
Mm.
your words, it feels like a different frequency was also now woven into that which we were present to. And all those frequencies together grounding here now.
Yeah.
And as I was, what the vision I'm getting right now is not only that those spheres, those concentric circles that was moving out so perfectly, which is also the 12-stranded DNA, which is also the 12 main meridian lines in physical form as well as in planetary form. And all of that is aligning and moving to the center of all centers within the cosmos. So although it is grounded in the center of Gaia, within the center of each particle and the vibratory field of each particle within all crystals, all minerals, all elements, all plants, all animals, and all humans are all starting to align to that very architecture that was grounded in through the one cosmic rainbow body. And Naya, as you were giving expression to the joy, what I was experiencing is that each human currently on the earth plane, which is about 8.6 billion, somewhere there, and that soul expression, that very rainbow frequency and the pastel original nature and color and expression thereof is awakening within the crystalline essence and the crystalline child within each human on this earth. And therefore, it doesn't matter which age, stage, or phase of development we are as a humanity collectively or as people individually. That very crystalline essence of their childlike nature, their original innocence, is not only restored but remembered by them on their own pace of remembrance, but it's already being remembered and activated purely because of that has occurred. And as that is being reflected and present, and therefore them, all the animals, plants, crystals and minerals and elements are awakening to their crystalline essence because of that and because of the potency of the frequencies in humanity. Just want to ground that also, yeah. And Sai, that just takes me immediately to the picture behind you that me and you connected with, through, and as it feels like, and all wanting to connect in now if there's something that wants to flow through you, perhaps.
I'll move to the side so everyone can see the image. I also think my audio is on a different setting. Oh, no, we have it on correctly.
Perfect.
Oh, you can hear me? Okay, good. This creation actually is something that you and I discussed when we got together, Sarat, about the before, as everything is and everything was and has always been before creation in its pure state, the allness, the nothingness, the collaboration of everything unified. And this cycle that we're in, this cycle, the harmonic divine orchestration, is all part of that weaving of the allness and the everything that we've all been, experiencing every range of emotion, every range of place, space, time, timeline, possibility, whatever we chose and choose in this parallel now, in this pastel collaboration and unification, we all get to, come together and remember that this is part of that. This is all part of the orchestration of the cycles of the harmonics of what is and has always been. And this particular creation on a you can't quite see it here, but a six-sided hexagon canvas is the merging and the flowering of those petals within ourself, but also the we could say double permeated crystal within all of us, within every cell, within every membrane, the same allness of each other. And those reflections have always been. However, in this now, this purification waves, these expansion waves, what we're actually, in many ways, in my perception, doing from this ancient beforeness, before creation, is we're here now because the energy and the frequency can sustain that which was spoken. So once something is, it all is. It's always been. It was spoken. It was declared. It's done, and now it's coming into beingness because the frequency is in complete total alignment for its divine implementation, which is now. There always has to be frequency match. It's never a linear expression, and the collaboration of everyone coming back in a way, this ancient now into this now, is all parallel happening as well. When it was spoken is now, it's the before, all the collaboration of experiences we've had is now. It's all part of the harmonic harp strings of the pastel creation of the divine flowering in this garden. So yes.
Sorry, I have to just say as well, it's actually so beautiful that you've chosen to use the harp and the harp strings. Because this was, as we were grounding these codes in the Takai forest, Christy was experiencing and seeing these codes like these golden harp threads that she was essentially, and Christy, you can share more on that, but it's so beautiful that you've then brought this in and connected these two pieces of the puzzle.
Thank you. Go ahead, Christy, if you would like to share. I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, when we were in the forest, it was just such a beautiful moment where, as Chanel said, there were these concentric circles. And then Chanel was standing directly opposite me, and virtually or holographically, Surette was standing on the other side. And what I was envisioning was these strings coming down, and in the center, the codes were flowing through the center. But it's almost exactly what you just said. It's like I felt like I was playing into this crystalline harp with little almost like little droplets coming down. So yeah, thank you. It's just just so beautiful, the alignment to feel into that. Thank you.
And two things that wants to come forward now is, as the words harp was already given expression to by you, Christy, last Saturday, and Sai, now that you give expression to that, immediately I just saw all of our voice boxes being harps. And as we give expression to everything that we are, the very tones of our voice and the codings of our beings are being emitted through that. And whether we just give voice through our silence, even in the stillness, or a word or a song or anything that's being expressed, not only moving through all the different bodies of our individual cosmic body, but also together collectively creating this harmonic so eloquently. That also brings me to the moment that we also then grounded that very rainbow architecture and the pastel emanation thereof in the center of all water drops in the cosmic womb. And the emanation of that allows for all the codes and frequencies and expressions that's moving in through the universes and galaxies, through Gaia, and through that cosmic womb is coming through as a original, already source connected expression through that emanation of those pastel colors. And grounding that in the center of each one of our 74 trillion cells individually. And Janine,
So
it
much.
feels like a, no, please, Sean, go. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I just, I really felt inspired to share. I really just feel so much beauty and presence from all of your sharing. And I just feel this amazing theme of divine union in this moment and on this day, and just listening to all the beautiful shares about the rainbow crystalline frequency and the interweaving of our light codes and our presence and the remembrance of how we're embodying union with the crystal core and with the Mother Earth, embodying union with ourselves, but also union with the cosmos, and recognizing the presence and the power of the centeredness, how much of an important piece that is, the sovereignty within centeredness. And we have this alignment of the Valentine's Day, right? Which, of course, has so many energies connected to it that some people in our community might be really shifting away from. You know, the old paradigms around love and union. I really recognize, I feel many of us are moving into different paradigms around that, and that the way that we express union is really calling to be changed. And it's interesting for me in my journey, everything I have learned about ascension from a young age. This theme around divine union, I think, has always been, perhaps for me, one of the most central and the most pivotal parts of our ascension process. You know, divine union with ourselves and divine union with each other is such a extraordinary extraordinary part of the awakening process. And I just wanted to give presence to that, and just to honor that, and just recognize, yeah, just how beautiful that it is to recognize that. For me, what I was feeling is that key around innocence is such a profound piece on how we restore that connection of divine union with ourselves and reclaim divine sovereignty. And as we reclaim that sovereignty within ourselves, that sovereignty with innocence, sovereignty with our crystalline essence, and our one cosmic home, our one cosmic union, we then take that opportunity and get to share that with the world around us, and get to mirror that into our relationships and into our partnerships, and hopefully into the community. And yeah, I'd like to just bring forth that intention and that prayer, you know, and just to offer that that beautiful gift of divine innocence and divine union to all, and to our earth, and to truly the one cosmic home of all being. And just acknowledge that it's through the innocence of love and through the innocence of togetherness that we create miracles and amazing spaces and communities and relationships, through embodying that true, you know, pure love. So yeah, thank you. That's something that I was just really feeling so strongly, and it's just so beautiful to be in this group with you all.
Sean, I love that the masculine expression that you are in your perfect union of your divine nature, which I know you to be, gave expression to exactly what you just gave expression to. It felt like the frequency and the vibrationary field from a masculine voice perspective is creating that echoing out throughout the whole cosmos. And while you were speaking about the innocence, I immediately again just saw these rainbow children. And now it's rainbow children. What did I call them just now? It was something else. Now they're rainbow children. All the crystalline children in their rainbow reflections and essence. That's what wants to come through. I immediately see that in all human beings. And I'm curious, when we start looking, when we start receiving each other in that way and start looking to all other human beings from that perspective and connecting to their crystalline rainbow essence child in another from our rainbow crystalline child, and the innocence of that and the playfulness of that, I wonder how this world can look like when we do that. And, you know, I'm just seeing all those children running around on rainbows. I don't know why. I keep on seeing these rainbows and the children running on them. And I'm realizing more than ever before the possibility is here now to do so, as the very crystalline essence that is within the center of all humans. All that is required is the shift in awareness and the preparation of their bodies and the individual journeys and choice to go on this path of remembrance for themselves as the sovereign equals that we are. Because each one of us, a few years back, didn't even know on a physical level that we had this crystalline pastel rainbow essence within the chromosomes of our beings. And the very possibility that it's there now for everyone. As we continue to talk about it, share the codes, and through doing so, grounding that there. Because the beauty of social media is that any child can connect to this transmission that will be on one cosmic home. And they will start hearing, seeing, and connecting to the crystalline rainbow essence within them as they remember as they remember, because that's all that's required, is the remembrance of the awareness of it already being so. And then, of course, the journey of embodiment that we are there to support them with and support each other with and through and as. So thank you, Sean, grounding that in. It's already echoing throughout the whole cosmos. I just see it travels. And what I'm also seeing is as this drips in the center of all centers and start moving out, it is not moving out. Remember, when you look at a pond and you throw in a stone and that ripple starts rippling out, what we see is the rippling on the surface in a linear way. But the rippling that is happening in those centers is from spheres. And so therefore the rippling is continuously rippling out in all dimensional directions simultaneously, spherically, through all spheres of consciousness. And it starts within the center of each one of our cells. And those spheres rippling out. And as Sai has so beautifully given expression to it, it's already doing that. We're just connecting to that vibratory field. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
So Red, there's something that wants to be grounded here, if you don't mind me sharing. And as we've been speaking, I love how we've been talking about the rainbows and specifically the 12-strand DNA now stabilizing as a possibility for everybody to access within their own architecture. And as we're giving expression to this, then this is stabilizing within Earth's architecture. What's also coming through is the crystalline children that you've been speaking about and actually seeing, and as they're coming into the Earth plane, the architecture with which they can access is the 48-strand angelic human DNA expression, for which the schematics of and the codes of this were grounded in Egypt last year, actually together with Leanne. And it feels like what we're talking about now and grounding through this one cosmic rainbow body with the 12-strand DNA is actually allowing the architecture to be stabilized enough for these crystalline children to access their full expression, which essentially is the TriniTised expression of this 12-strand DNA architecture that we're talking about right now, with 12 being 24, 24 being 48, and that being the TriniTised expression with which these crystalline children will now be able to access, and the field will be stabilized enough for them to come into their full expression. Which is just wanting to move through the space as we're talking.
Absolutely. And as I hear that, I immediately see as they come in, all the children that's coming in now is not only coming in their purest, most innocent and original source connection, but also in their 48-strand DNA. They just bring the whole body in that way. But not only that, what that means is they're already coming in full awareness of themselves as cosmic beings, and therefore the Homo luminous, Homo galacticus, and Homo universalis already one cosmic body. And therefore, each one of us, as we start seeing those children, to know for ourselves that they are already in their one cosmic home expression, and that body, and they have chosen, each one of them has chosen the mother and father through which they want to birth, and through doing so already activating the possibility for both of those parents and all the lines in that configuration of families. So although we are not all in our soul's family and birthed into our human families, what I'm hearing is there's going to be a process where we are going to be birthed into our soul family. And that just moved through grounding that year. Yeah. Sure, that was a big grounding. Ooh.
And it's going to be quite exponential as these crystalline children come in, and now that the field is becoming stabilized enough for them to hold their full expression, because we have to be able to hold the frequency. As more of these children are coming into this expression, able to be in their full expression, it's going to be this exponential awakening, as exactly like what you said, as it has this ripple effect, and we now are able to access that architecture for ourselves in a degree of which we haven't been able to do before.
And as we do so, those in the communities around us that we think are not even awake or aware yet, they are all of a sudden going to become aware of themselves as cosmic beings, purely of all the new children that's coming in and activating all the other communities. So all the star seeds and light workers and all of us in all our different incarnations know that as those children come in and we connect to the essence of their hearts and their fullness of their presence, we are already in sovereign co-creation with them through our grounded awareness and presence of being so. And therefore, the next thing we will start seeing is that in all the different communities that we are, and we are located in different places on Gaia, all the different codes that is not only grounding and anchoring through the essence of Gaia and our crystal hearts and effectively coming through our source connection through the one cosmic heart, that whole community network is going to organically just come into being. And the next thing that people is going to think, I thought I was still in the process of my embodiment, and here I am in the middle of a new cosmic expression, a new cosmic reality here where we see each other in our rainbow expression because we look through our original eyes of creation.
Yes, 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 yes. And as you're saying that, it's so beautiful because Sean, what you shared with divine union is weaving back in. And the divine union and the coming together of the two sovereign beings, as you're talking about, actually plays such a pivotal part in stabilizing Earth's energetic architecture to hold these really high frequency expressions of these children. Because when two sovereign beings come together, the frequency that they emanate has an exponential effect on Earth's ascension. And so that is a key part in everything that is just unfolded. So thank you.
And just want to include what's coming in is, not many of you will know my story in physical expression, but my husband passed away 2 years ago. And I had the honor to be in a sovereign witnessing of and a relationship through, one being in form and one being in the formless, and the relationship that's also in sovereign equality and expression in that way, and therefore not only the divine union between those that are in physical form, but also all those that is no longer with us in physical expression, also in their TriniTised expression, connecting to the center of all that has just moved through. So both in form and formless, in those that are currently incarnated and those that's already in other realms will automatically all start connecting to their one cosmic body in whatever expression they are, and the rainbow essence of that, and through that, and as it is already so, as Sai has so beautifully grounded for us. It's just a vibrational frequency in the architecture of everyone coming into that TriniTised presence and union, and in its singular expression through each one of us, all of that comes into being as we stay in the center of our crystal hearts, in the center of each one of our 74 trillion cells, in the crystal essence that's there, so that all the different pastel rainbow emanations in the 12-stranded DNA in each one of those cells can start not only balancing and harmonizing, but come into our full awareness and expression and emanation as we resonate back into our original cosmic origins. And Janine, I'm guided to let you come in this moment, playing a pivotal role for us here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mananai dai dai kana bajahadan yai imbayai. Inana itahada embasi. Somebody dai shokodaina. Imu ipakai shuhukuishi. It's an honor to witness so many beautiful expressions and colors, so many beautiful beings throughout all space and all time, on all levels, in all layers and all dimensions, throughout all space and beyond. Noi katadaish tahadi yarahadi so kutuhadaina ayai jindaina bukuai tiaine. And what is flowing through my heart at this point in time is crystalline children leading us on rainbow pathways, leading the way to where we're meant to go. So they know, and they are the bridge, and we are assisting and supporting. How blessed we are to witness and support and to assist these beautiful souls. And may they all spread their wings on all levels and layers and all dimensions throughout all space and all time and beyond. Take us where we need to go. Thank you.
Oera pasha kana marakena ta monokoto. E na monoko sa manakata. I just want to give expression to, remember when I indicated that when I received the vision, the calling, the gnosis of creating or giving expression to or being in co-creation with the one cosmic home, the first person I called was Leanne and the second one was Janine. Because I've been a sovereign witness to Janine effortlessly, lovingly weaving fields across all dimensional directions, wherever she goes, in the forefront, in the background, across all dimensional realities. And therefore, when I received the call and spoke to Leanne, I asked Janine, and I think it was within an hour, we met on Zoom and we started weaving this one cosmic home container into being already. So that the foundational architecture and the light weaving that was moving through our hearts and throughout the heart of Gaia and the heart of the cosmos has already started in that moment. And just want to give deep expression to the gratitude that I have for that, for just moving in, moving through and start weaving as we stepped into that co-weaving as the sovereign witnesses of each other through doing so. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if there's anything about the field weaving that you just want to ground here as an expression that wants to move through, it will be beautiful.
Thank you so much, Thread. I'm very honored that I can be a part of this and that this has emerged and being woven together in such a beautiful way. And what I have again witnessed, but on a deeper level within this beautiful, beautiful space, is how effortlessly everyone has like woven in and co-created in the most beautiful way, and how it all just is harmonizing in the most perfect way that one could imagine. And I feel it in my heart, and I feel it in my whole being. It's so, so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hmm. And as I heard the children leading the way, just to connect back to our inner crystalline rainbow expression and the child that is there. It is so easy when we look at others to see them in their physical expression, and to remember as you do so, immediately also see their crystalline child and rainbow expression being there. and the connection with, to, and through, and as that just accelerates all that is occurring on this beautiful experience that we are having. Anything else? It feels like a lot has flowed through.
Suresh, I just want to share that from Janine, from what I see at the moment, she's just emanating these rainbow, this rainbow light. This, like, she's just, for me on my screen, what I'm seeing through my perception is just this. It's like I'm witnessing or seeing it. This crystalline rainbow. It's so beautiful. Thank you to all beings.
And to remember in this moment, we are all reflections of each other. Nia, it feels like a weaving perhaps to close the space that wants to flow through you.
Yes, I would love to share three things that I'm seeing. One is like a rainbow lotus that we all have. And then the other is like a rainbow, you know, the colors of a rainbow, almost like a cartoon, being drawn on the third eye area, and that this is like a light code, because sometimes we are depending, you know, on our experience in each moment. Sometimes it can be challenging for one another to see the rainbow crystalline in one another, depending on the moment, and this is like a light code, and it's that helps us access that within ourselves and each other. And then the third thing I wanted to share was when my daughter came here, she, like, I didn't even notice that she was here until she was like sitting on my lap. It was quite interesting. And I heard her say to me, remember the, what did she say? Yeah, remember the babies, all the babies that I have met recently in the last few years. I've done a lot of activations on, I had a lot of pregnant women coming to me, and I'm doing quite a large light language activation in Ireland for babies. So it was to remember all of these babies. You know, each one has a code, and this baby time is such a short time in human experience. There's a real, like, focus on the babies. That and so she reminded me of one baby that I met. I would love to share this story briefly. And I stayed with two parents and their new baby. I went to visit them. I didn't know them. And the baby was, I think, 3 months old, and was sitting on his dad's, kind of like this, And then the baby started giving us an activation. Um, and it was so strong, the energy that was coming through this baby. The baby was beaming, just smiling. And the baby said to me telepathically, "Ya kana usiarat arat esharat ek usanat ishiana utana." Yeah, you don't need to worry. We are here now. And I just remember the joy that was emanating from this baby. And when I was on a plane last month, coming back to Sweden from the Canary Islands, there were babies in every other row. It's highly unusual. In every other row, and even my children were like, "There are so many babies here. It's going to be a very loud flight," and it was. But the babies were, and they were all very young as well. They were so joyful. They were just so joyful, like radiating this joy. So yeah, I think this is like what I wanted to share. That the babies, they have so many codes for us, and their main message is that yeah, you don't need to worry. We're here now. So yeah, it's this is just what I wanted to share right now.
And as I was, can I go? As I was receiving all your expression, I also received the message that every baby that's coming in is coming in exactly in the location on Gaia, in not only in support of the community and in their physical home, but also to support and co-create with Gaia this whole crystalline expression, to accelerate the awakening of the collective. So beautiful, so beautiful. Which brings me in what I received earlier as we move towards closing, is to remember that our one cosmic body is our individualized physical body with the whole cosmos within it. And it is simultaneously the one body of Gaia, the one cosmic home, in physical form, in planetary form. And simultaneously it's the one cosmos as one cosmic home. And all three of those hearts, that is not only in the center of all centers, in the center of all cells, but is in this moment centering towards an emanation, a resonance, and an expression that is supporting all of creation in its TriniTised essence and expression. And if there's anything else that wants to move through, Sai.
As you were saying that, I was feeling the 48, if we look at the DNA and the activating origination, full on purity state, 48 to the 36 to the 12, down to the 6, down to the 2, comes back to the 1, which is also back to the harmonic union of this now. And I just wanted to share a transmission of how I viewed and sense that through tone, if you don't mind.
Please. Thank you.
Thank you. Coming into where we've always been within, not only the one, but the all, the before, the now, the future, the parallel, the 12 together, creation, union, communion, co-creation, reclamation. It's all in perfect union, as it's always been, as always is. We're all and nothing. Silence, sound, order, reordering, orchestration and pattern and geometry and color, weaving the waves of heart and harp, and tone and sound, birthing now. Kuni haya ngai hoaya mai hoa shiangi haya kai kai. Hoi haya yangai haya mohi ai ongai haya o ai hu. O hu shahia hingai o ai hungai hi ai o ai hi. I know
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Full body resonance.
Thank you.
And what a beautiful way to bring our gathering to a close as we move to the center of the center of the center of all centers within the crystal heart of our body, within the center of the crystal heart of Gaia, within the center of the crystal heart of the cosmos. One TriniTised heart field, weaving and breathing as one creator, creatrix, creation through the harp of our hearts, emanating from the crystalline core of the center of each one of our cells, and grounding all that has moved through us individually and collectively in the center of each one of our cells, and the crystalline essence of the center of each one of our cells. As each one of ourselves and selves remember the one cosmic origin, singing, weaving, breathing celebrating in the joy and innocence of the gnosis, of knowing ourselves as rainbow, crystalline essences of our full expression as one cosmic bodies and beings that we are. Thank you all for being here. And for all of those that is not here in physical expression, but is viewing this in their own moment of being called to connect to all the keys and the codes that has been shared here, not only in sovereign witnessing, but in sovereign co-creation, in community, in the one cosmic home, one cosmic family, in the essence of all. Thank you. And we'll be connecting with each other again on the 22nd of February. And I just realized that's 222. And from that moment forward, it will be every second Saturday. No, Sunday. Every second Sunday. And I remember when I wanted to make it on Saturdays, and then Cosmic Expression came in Sundays. And so it is. So thank you. Deeply honoring all that is moved through in your individual and collective expression and emanation. Thank you.